Okay, today we are going to start talking about your sustained investigation and how we come up with those guiding questions. All right, this is sort of a lot of information from the AP board right here, and it's giving you some suggestions on how you can come up with these questions. All sort of relate back to having you think about are you documenting your experiences from life? Are you going to be studying more about the materials and the processes that you're using to express these ideas? Sort of asking how you can do these things. What if you change this? Why do you create things like this? And you can find a link to this if you go back into Unit 1 under the useful links of that unit guide. This is on the AP website. All right, to give you a better idea of how to come up with these questions and how to sort of formulate the sustained investigation, I'm going to be using an example of a student I had a few years ago. And we'll look at her artist statement, how she used that to translate into the questions, and then how she used those questions to really help her guide her sustained investigation. And her portfolio was very successful with the College Board. She scored a 4, which is amazing, especially because she was a junior. So what I had her do was write down in her artist statement, and we will talk about that more as well. And I looked at one part of her statement that I thought really could go well with some questions. And she said that she loves art because it can translate into thoughts and images, and it can express concepts that otherwise could not be explained or shared. So if we go back now and look at those suggestions from the College Board, from the AP website here, we can see where that would come in. So her artist statement could very much go with the second one about her intentions, right? Translating what is just in your imagination into actual work, okay? It can go with the open-ended questions such as, what if you could see what was in your imagination? How do I represent what's in my imagination? So this student's body of work really revolved greatly around these sort of fantastical characters that she had had in her imagination, and she had put down in sketches and kind of had these backstories for them. So her 2 great questions that went along awesome were, why do I want to bring these characters to life? And how do I represent my imagination visually? And we are going to take a look at her portfolio now, and you will be able to see just exactly how well she answered those 2 questions that she set out for herself in her sustained investigation. So you could just see how well her work addressed those questions. Okay, how do I represent my imagination visually? Well, she did it very well by creating those fantastic sculptures of those creatures from her imagination. Okay, and then why do I want to bring these characters to life? Well, I'll just read it to you right from her artist statement. Perhaps what I enjoy the most about visual art You can express an idea and leave some parts up to visual interpretation. The visual language remain constant even if the meaning varies from person to person. The emotions shift as each person perceives it, but the physical presence is undeniably clear in the image.